Hi everyone, just me, just Tiffany. I was going to kind of say this in the awards presentation, but because of COVID and not because of COVID, but because I had a cold, I wasn't able to be there. And my apologies on my appearance because I finished a swim not too long ago and I don't look very good, but I'm tired and I'm not very dolled up very well. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that this is kind of like a uh, something for me to say because we're nearing the end of 2021 and we're going into 2022. And I just wanted to say that I, I I have said this before in our get-togethers there on Thursdays, but I just want to point up point out a few highlights that have happened in 2021. Um, Starts from when we did our first workouts there in Martindale, the Blue Ribbon, Green Ribbon Trail. Um, there was like 4 or 5 of us that started out. Then we did workout there, but to adjacent to the neighborhood there, and and then we did the freezing temperatures in Port Dalhousie. Um, and for those people that were there that night, on reflection, um, it's quite amazing that you guys actually had an appreciation for the weather. And I mean that. It's a skill, not everybody has it. Um, the people that were there that night, they definitely had it, and there may be other people on our club that actually that have that skill, but they almost admired it and they adapted to it. No one complained that night. It was really, really flipping cold, freezing. Um, but you guys did it, and nobody complained. Um, you know. And then we did the workouts there in St. Catharines, a few of them. At Brock University, we did the 20 times 100. We did the workout there at the school in the parking lot. Um, then we did some workouts there at Oaks Park. Obviously, we still do. We did workouts in Welland. We've had special guest speakers: Paula Peters, Noel Payne. We've had we've had Karen's people for massage. Um, those are the highlights of the events. The highlights, emotionally or spiritually, whatever way you want to look at it. I'll try to keep this under a 15-minute thing for you guys because I can talk, especially when I get going. And my apologies. But the highlights for me on the mental part of it, Port Dalhousie, how you guys got through that and admired it and adapted to it. Tony had a really good workout in Welland one time. Uh, uh, Totally not expecting it. He had a very, very good workout. So, Tony, I'll never forget that day ever. There was a workout that we did in Welland. It was in September. The early morning people did very well that morning. I'll never forget that morning. The biggest highlight, though, of the year, and it was kind of perfect timing for me. It was in October, and I think it was beginning of October. Anyways, we are at Oaks Park, and I had videotaped it, and I had videotaped these people should race tonight. I don't know if you remember that video, but seriously, that night You guys worked so well. Every single one of you had good workouts, and all of you worked good together as a team. It was the most magical night ever. As a coach, will we ever get again? Of course we will. But will it always happen? Probably not. Are we getting remnants of it? And I see the relationships, workout relationships that are occurring with certain people, and it's great to see that that's carrying through. Um, yeah. So with that said, you guys inspired me. I mean, I was close to burning out mentally and physically, and to see that night, it actually elevated me. So thank you, as a friend, as an athlete, as your coach. It was great to see that night, and I will never ever forget this till the day that I die. That night, it was it was the best. Like, I I don't think I've ever. It was one of the happiest times of my year, actually. um, yeah. Uh, so, anyways, and seeing Belen do her first triathlon, that was amazing to see. Um, and to see other people race, even though myself, I don't really get it. You know what I mean? Like, but do I appreciate it and have an appreciation? Of course I do. All athletes and most sports, it's pretty amazing to see, in my opinion. But, anyways, yeah. So, 2021 was pretty good for us as a group. Um, yeah, it was really, really good. And I know that some of you are part of the St. Catharines Roadrunners Messenger group. And I had mentioned something in there. I don't know if it got taken the right way or whatever the case may be, but and I have alluded to this in our Queen of Hearts game at the very beginning. I have brought it up from time to time. We all affect each other. And whether we want that to be a positive or negative is up to each of us. But for the most part, I would have to say very close to 95 to 100%. Most of us, 95 to 100% of the time, are that person. So awesome job. It's a great group. We inspire each other, and each of us are getting better. I meant to make a better video for the awards presentation, just not enough time. But you guys have improved. I have the paperwork here. I looked through them. The videos, looking back at the workouts that you guys did in the past, all of you guys are getting faster. Every single one of you. It's great to see, if that's what you want, right? If you're just coming out to work out and get healthy, hey, I'm cool with that too. And I'm sure that all of us are too, right? Anyways, a really good group of people. So, yeah. So, just sorry, I just had to think here where I was going with this. So yeah, 2021, great year. Finished off really nicely. A lot of us had really good races. Lots of good milestones hit. I wish I had been there for the awards ceremony, because it's true, all of us affect each other. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that prime example of how we affect each other. When I did the Niagara 5K series, going and doing those races, I think most of them I end up winning. I think maybe only one I kind of eased up. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that whether I was even both races, being at the start or being in the middle, and seeing the familiar faces and seeing those people work hard, it inspires me. It's so nice to see. Uh, you know, um, from 28-minute 5K runners to under 20-minute 5K runners. They all inspire me to see them work hard. Um, Even if they were elite athletes or if they're really, really slow athletes, if they're out there and giving it their all, that's the best. Um, sometimes somebody's out there and you can see they're beat. Maybe it's not the running, maybe it's their own personal life. I've been there where you're like, wow, I'm done. And you're just out there and you're just clocking in and clocking out. Anyways, so those 5K series and how I brought this up in the practice, how we affect each other, and those races they really they helped me for my races that I was trying to hit certain goals for. It also helped me get my goal eventually at the end of the year. Um, Anyways, uh, the point is that we affect each other, right? And that's what I was trying to say in the message. So hopefully it got taken the right way, but you never know, right? But that's what I was trying to say. 2022, it's coming upon us. We're days away, and who knows what 2022 is going to bring in store? I'm going to say it: COVID. How many times in a day do we say that, eh? We say it a few times a day now. A couple years ago, 2.5 years ago, did we say it? Nope, wasn't even on our mind. Anyways, who knows, right? We just got to take day by day. As Don Stokely said to me one time, take it day by day, and that's exactly what we got to do. I'm just letting you guys know that in the future, my focus was kind of like veering a little bit all over over the place this year. I kind of was like, oh, I'll do the 5K, and then it was like, oh, triathlon's coming, so hey, I got to get ready for triathlon, right? It was one of those years. Oh, racing. Oh, I'm going to race this weekend. Oh, maybe I'll do a couple races this weekend, right? It was just like a little kid, like in a candy store, like, oh, wow. Anyways, this year is not going to be like that. I'm going to be a little bit more selective for myself. I'm not saying that this is going to be for everybody, but I'm just letting you guys know because a little bit of what I will do on Thursdays, I have to kind of do what's good for me too, which hopefully will be good for you as well. But the focus will not be on triathlon this year. I don't have enough time. And there's a couple of goals I have in the back of my head that maybe I'll let you know one of these days, but I have them written down and I would like to hit them this year before I get too up there in age. We'll see. But anyways, my focus this year coming up, just so you know, it's going to be 10K. A couple of them. They're going to be key focals and track races, and maybe at the end of maybe a marathon. So the training is going to be more geared towards. Gonna get my arm propped up before my arm falls asleep. Okay, so the focus for me is going to be 10K, and so the workouts for the next couple of months in 2022. They're going to be longer repeats. They're going to be grinding. They're not. I never liked them. I just never got into them. We just got to do it for 2 months. January, February, maybe a little bit into March, and then we get rid of them. But we got to do them. For those that want to get good results for 2022, I'm not saying you can't get them without it, but it will definitely help you. It will build a base. Last year we really condensed it, which it transpired near the end. I could tell, but this year we're gonna build it properly. So so yeah, so January, February, Thursdays are gonna be they're gonna be a grind. Some of them, and I wish I could say they're gonna be like, oh, easy. um, if they are for you, good. But um, will they be like horrible? No. Could they be once in a while? Depending on the weather, they could be. They might not be comfortable. Put it that way. Most of them, they're going to be doable for all of you. Will they be work? They will be work. But it will. You will reap the rewards from it. We kind of did a hint of it in December. But anyway, so wow, I'm over my 15 minutes. Okay, I'll make this under 20 minutes. That's my goal. My goal. Anyway, so for 2022, the Thursday workouts, like I say, it'll be more focus for 10K, a dash of the shorter distances, okay? But the main point is going to be 10K. And then near the end of the season, so we're going to be building, but we're not going to lose what we built in January, February. And we're going to translate, we're going to hold on to it by our fingernails so that some of us that want to do shorter distances at the beginning of the year can do that. Or if somebody wants to bump it up into longer distance, they can easily do that with the workouts that we do. In April, May, June, that's where I might have to do something a little different for certain groups because I will be gearing down for very fast stuff on the track. It'll be very, it'll be lactic acid. It'll be, it'll not be comfortable, but we've had a few of those workouts, but these are going to be up there. They're going to be in between what you guys had throughout the year, especially in July and August. You know, as far as the recovery and on that perceived exertion scale, it'll be higher up, a little bit higher up on it, so it'll be a little bit more uncomfortable. And but we have, like, for me, I have to push it to get to my level there that I'm going to try to get to in the 1500 meters. So anyways, so that's the scoop for 2022, right? And then after Masters in Ontario, I think it's slated somewhere there at the beginning of July. And then I'll be veering towards the marathon, but keeping the base that I have. So that's the scoop. As far as the training goes, a lot of you will benefit from it no matter what. Yes, you will. Actually, all of you would. Except when we get to a point where it's, like I say, the that May area, I might have to do something for certain people that are not going to be doing track, and so that they can transition more into the marathon more smoothly, and they have a longer prep to get to that stage, and they'll build a bigger base for the speed endurance. Anyways, kind of went off there. Anyways, I only got a couple more minutes. But anyway, so that's the goal for 2022. I will be doing triathlon, but it won't be a big focus for me this year. But I will be. My intentions are to get some goals for myself in track and the 10K and possibly the marathon. I have to see if there's something that I can do. I think there's one marathon there in October. Anyways, but yeah, so I won't be racing as much as I did this year. This year I was like, race, race, race. Give me more races. anyways, so anyways, I hope that you guys are all doing well. And geez, feels like forever since I've seen you guys. Anyways, I'm looking forward to 2022. Whatever it brings, right? Okay, talk to you guys later. Okay, bye bye.